Hi everyone. So I'm going to be out for the next few days. So my plan of action is for you to use this video, and there's quite a few bits and pieces for you to work on. So I'm going to go through every single one of the slides, every single one of the videos are in this video, and that should be able to help you answer any questions you have on the story Catfish. There's also going to be assignments put up for you, all based on the questions in this. So everyone has to watch this video for when we're not doing online classes. This is going to be your work for the week. All right, so I'm going to get started. Okay, so the first task I want you to do, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 15 words in this table. So your first task is to write all 15 words in Irish. Okay, so Fumpoca, Rivera, Siamh, Manso Shielta, Rivera Gluna, Cian Fowlum, Anahead, Profil, Nask, Funkrista, Reefust, Gurlade, Inal Cordig, Cyber Vuliot, Agus Kuntis. So your task is to write everything one does in your notes copies or on a page, right? And then you're going to use therma.ie, okay? Or else folklore.ie, one of those two. And you're going to look up all those words and you're going to write down the English for each of those words. You might know some of them already, but every single one of those words are on folklore.ie. I've checked myself, so no one should have any excuses for not having it done. Once you've that done, you will upload that into the assignment section on Teams. Moving on to the next bit. Okay, and then, all right, I want you to give this a go. All right, so these are kind of like text kind of like shorthand in Irish. So I want you to give a go and kind of guess what they mean. All right, so again, just make a guess. So I think, so for example, one of the clear ones here, like GRMA, so Gurav Mahagut is one, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's your next task, and that is to be uploaded onto Teams as well. All right, so I'm just going to go through kind of like some notes and stuff. I'm just going to move my head for a second. All right, and then we have like Caddis Brila Catfish. What does catfish mean? So what I'm going to use here is I'm just going to kind of give you a recap on the story again. Remember, all of the notes are all up on all the notes are all up in the in posts on Teams, so you'll be able to watch every single one of them back and kind of miss. So it's Focal Berla a catfishing, a Cilín Dina a Viola, Erlina Trifo Profile Breguk a Usad. Okay, so the word, so it's an English word. Catfishing is an English word which means kind of flirting or charming or kind of speaking or attracting someone online through a false identity and through a false profile. Ceapan daoine go bhfuil siad ag caint le duine bháin agus duine eile ar fad a bhíonn. So some people um, think they're talking to someone, and it turns out they're speaking to someone that's completely different than someone that's like, as we know in the story. Agus tá catfishing ar siúl ag Kitty Cat agus John Green sa scéal seo. So catfishing is being done by Kitty Cat and John Green in this story, and we know how. Alright, but I'm going to go through the bits of the story here. Alright, so cat. So here are some adjectives to describe cat, and again, another task for you here is that I want you to try to pick another 6 adjectives to describe cat outside of the ones I have up here. So I have glick, I have clishta. So glick is sly, clishta is clever. Meowruck is crazy. Sinanta, sorry, there should be an N there. Sinanta is innocent. Santa is naive, and Bregok is false. And then we have the same there for James. So again, you're going to pick your own 6. So I have Tailtig, Aista, Bregok, Vegor, Krakador, agus Ashtok. Alright, so just kind of like a little kind of the first half of their conversation Arlena. Be John Green agus Kitty Cat Clint Arlena. There be sheet is Shomra Cora. Shomra Cora is a chat room. Be John Green Shay Blina Dag Darlesh. Okay, so John was Shay Blina Dag Dish. Agus be Cat Cara Blina Dag Dish. and níor is ag a hismóirí cat go raibh she ag cointear lína. So Kat's parents didn't know she was talking online. Bhí siad anna daonarthaí, they were very strict on her. Bhí Cat anna gnóthach ag staidir nó ag immer taca, nó ag déanamh ceachtain na piano, nó ag cleacht an violin gach lá tar éis scoile. Bhfuil John Greene agus bhí Kitty Cat Derek Snoig dar lei. So John Green kind of praised her, and Cat became embarrassed. And then Cur John Green ceisna aisteach Cat agus ní raibh she sásta ceisna ar nós cad faoi a leabhar na Colini ar school. So and then John started asking a few weird questions, like what do you talk about in school, like when you're a big group together and your friends and stuff like that, what do you talk about? So it's always a bit strange if someone was asking you that type of thing. So continuing on with their conversations online, Kevin, Colini being around, how did the whole body, they were the type of questions that were being asked. Cap Cat go raibh she seo at agus níor scríomh she arás ar feadh Kaikisha. So she thought this was a bit weird, so she didn't write back to him for a fortnight, so she ghosted him. Dort John Green go raibh brón air agus dort Cat okay, so John Green eventually said he was sorry and Cat said okay. Then John Green brag faoin áit a raibh sé féin ina Coney, so John Green lied about where he lived. Joel sé picked door chuig Cat, he sent a picture to Cat. É féin ar an seo ina clos novel le 6-pack bra, le 6-pack bra. Alright, so he sent a picture to Cat of him on the beach with his swimming togs and a 6-pack. Joel Cat picked door chuig John Green agus dúir sé go mbeidh sé ina man cín ná éigean. Cat sent a picture back to John Green or back to James, and he said that she could be a model someday. Lower she'd Arish agus Vertig she'd Bula Lekale. They spoke loads and then decided that they were going to meet up together on the Saturday in Lower on Valley in the middle of the town, in the public park on the bench across from the bank. And then we have the meeting. So Glace Cat in AD Bioga con impression of John Green. Alright, so she dressed in like kind of like skimpy clothes. Chuir hot pants bon gurmarthaí agus barbeog bon. Bhí dap brega ar a cosa, so she had fake tan on her legs, agus galore smidúirthaí and loads of makeup, and agus galore Quran and loads of perfume as well. We had La Budel Quran was the quote from the story. Bhí mála slóra agus Shawnee Cruiser bon gurmarthaí freshen. Bhí she ragged an cuine for she on bus agus cúi she go on bank. So she was ready for their meeting. And she got the bus and went to the bank. Conna she farman éasta in a he ar an mincha, so she saw a middle-aged man sitting on the bench. Bhí Lena bon agus brisa dúgurm agus Coran le stucky dove air. So he was a middle-aged man with a white shirt and navy pants and had shoes with black socks. Bhí sé called spéclí grin. He was wearing sunglasses. Dort an fear brown air, Mariol na rock raibh sé shablin a dig. Okay, so the man said he was sorry that he wasn't 16 years old, that he told a lie. Bhí sé dachad a sé, he was 46. Agus, or ach dúir sé go raibh galore arigid, agus chop dasige, but he said he had loads of money and a nice house. Agus geall sé alcohol agus siba value there, and he promised her alcohol and a spin home. On sin lower Cat. Okay, then Cat spoke. Dúirt leis go raibh sé seo in oigan dlí agus go bhféitigh sé dul go prisún agus go raibh sí ceithre bliana dé. So she said that this was totally against the law and that he could go to prison because she was only 14. And then John Green said tá is aige. Okay, so go raibh is aige. He said he knew that, but he wanted to risk it because he said age doesn't matter. So it's cuma féin le híis. Dúirt sé. Bhí an microphone ar siúil ag Cat ar a phone póca. So Cat had her microphone on her phone and was recording everything. Bhí tafid déanta den chorá. She had recorded the whole conversation. Léim sé ina tro agus rinne sé iarracht phone a thógáil ó Cat ach bhí she roclista. Okay, so he jumped towards Cat to try to take her phone, but she was too clever. Dúirt sí go dosóigh sí ag béáil do jucaigh sé in aice le. She said she was going to start screaming if he came anywhere near her. Thóg sí a phone póca a airgid agus carta cred vasa. So she took his phone, his money, and his credit cards. Cui she quick an ATM con a quid airgid fada hógáil as a Countess Bank agus bhaga she gléic na gadi or na gardi nu a van céile don mugging sé den bínte. So she went over to the ATM to call his money from his bank account and threatened to call the guards, his wife, if he moved off of the bench. Cui Cat go on bank agus hog she gach penny a mock as a Countess Bank. Okay, so Cat went over to the bank and took every penny out of the bank. Dan she done bus agus kashi a phone an talab agus vrishi a. So she waited for the bus and then she threw his phone onto the floor and broke it. And shin demi she lay on bus and then she went off on the bus. Okay, and here's just like a nice little picture here of just the whole story really. So we have like a little mind map going through. So I'll just get my laser pointer here. So you have one scale here and we're going and it kind of breaks down the whole story here. And then we have John Green as a character. Vegor, Dorshe, Groshe, Sheblin, Dig, Akbisha, in a Dahadi. John Green Glick, Agus Capshe, Gorevshe, Capshe, Gorevshe, Conrod, Mead, Lahokienov, for John and Rodivi, a Chaklesh. Then we Tame a Glickis, Doin Sharon Titterling, Technolia. Okay, so there's 3 nice tamers there, and then we have Cat as well over on this side. Okay, so really nice points, and points you could definitely use if you're talking about like different aspects of the story. Now we Keshna. So here are your Keshna. So these are for Obervalia as well. Okay, so obviously this is going to be done over a few days, but I'm going to run through the Keshna as Berla on a topic. Agus and Shin, like if you need any kind of, if you're not sure of any questions, we have all the video clips are all in the post, so you'll be able to watch or to look over them, and most of the answers are in this video as I went through the story there. Right, so Kane Ishi Cat, what age is Cat? Carvu Cat led John Green, where did she meet him or how did she meet him? Kane saw Skull in a Vil Cat like Frasnell, what type of school does she attend? Under Bugle Riave Cat, did Cat ever have a boyfriend? Cardinane and Cat Therese Skull are in the Shockton, and what does Cat do every day after school? She has a different activity every day. What are they? Kane Sport and Marine James. What sport does James play? Kane Skull and Vilshake Frastel. What school does he attend? Kane fought a stuffed cat at Kindle James. Why did Cat stop talking to James when they were in the group chat? Or sorry, on the website. Cobbel James and Coney. Where does James live? Cobbel James to Victoria Hiolche. Where is he in the picture that he sent? Corridor James Nora Conishe Victor the cat. What did James say when he saw Cat's picture when she sent it to him? Kane Law at Dagrig Conbula led James. What day did she organize to meet James? Kane not in the Vul Cat led James. Where did she meet James? Cadavi or Kahave Cat. What was Cat wearing? Good detail on that one, please. Cadavi or Kahave James, and the same with that. What was James wearing? Good detail, and that would be great. Katarina Cat, Taresh de Untafa de Vuka. What did she do after she turned off the recording? So like the step-by-step guide of what she did after that. I was Katarina Cat, their phone poke at James, and what did Cat do with James' mobile phone at the very end of the story. All right, another kind of thing I want you to do here is I want you to create a Tinder profile, okay, for James and for Cat. Okay, so I just put in here because it hasn't come out very well. So you have the topics you will need to cover, okay, is 1, 2, and 3, okay, and they are, okay, courteous, or sorry, Sabrona. We'll clear that. I'll get my rubber here. Okay, so the first one is Olus. So that's information. So what information do we learn? Okay, second one is Kahaventra. Now, excuse my writing. CAITHEAMH, and then I'm sure AIMSIRE. Okay, so all this we've Katfish, so Katfish hobbies obviously, and then our last bit is courteous. Okay, and description. So you write about what they look like basically. Right. So what I want you to do is I want you to kind of copy the pictures we have here for the two of them. So the Tinder picture here, the Tinder picture here. All right. And then you're going to draw the box. So you're going to draw a picture of James. You're going to draw a picture of Kat. And then you're going to fill in these blanks down the bottom here as well. Okay, for everybody. Brilliant. Moving on. All right, Augustin, well, sorry, that should be scale. All right, so I'll just remove the dawn part, hahan on gar scale, lat, agus céin fá. So one of the most common questions in the junior cert is hahan on scale lat, agus céin fá, hahan on dawn lat, agus céin fá. This is really important to be able to show your opinion, but not only show your opinion, be able to back it up. All right, so like 5 lines isn't going to do it here. Okay, you need to be able to give a few reasons why you like a poem or like a story or like a poem, etc. All right, so you need to be able to kind of back up whatever you're saying. So I always emphasize PDE, point, develop, example. All right, and this is really important for you. Okay, so you have your point. Okay, if I'm going to take like an English version, I would say like my point is Manchester United are no good at football. Okay, now I need to develop on that point. I think Manchester are no good at football because they haven't won a competition in so many years. Their performance has been absolutely rubbish and they can't seem to get the players together. That's my development. I'm after developing on my point. Now I have to give an example. An example of them being rubbish is when they lost the other day. They lost 1-0 to Newcastle. I'm after giving you my point, I'm after developing on it, and now I'm after giving my example. So you need to keep that in mind as you're doing it. So like if you're saying like I like this story, I really like the story because I like the characters in the story, for example. Okay, you need to tell me why you like the characters in the story and what they did that made you like them and stuff like that. Okay, so the bear is there next to them, but I want you to use this to help you create your answer. Okay, and then what you're going to do then is use this, and I'm hoping I would be expecting at least about half a page, if not more. The more you write, the better it would be for me. Okay, because I want you to show off your Irish as much as you can. Is that okay for everybody? And you can use quotes from the story if you want. You can use different aspects. You can whatever you want to do, but just make sure that you're as clear as you can, and you're kind of you're doing your best with it. So, does anyone have any question? If anyone has any questions, make sure you let me know. Send me an email. Put it into the posts, and preferably on Teams, because then everyone will be able to see the answer and stuff like that. Then, all right. Go meet them all, lads, and I'll speak to you soon.